Beren. I'm from Turkey, and today we're gonna present you a topic which you're gonna see now. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Lee. I'm from South Korea, and I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, we
Thank
hope you
you.
enjoy it. Okay, well, let's start. Actually, yeah. Our topic today is being a successful student. Well, first of all, I would like to tell you what we're going to do today, which is introduction, categories, and well, I'm going to talk about the individual efforts, and my friend is going to talk about individual efforts, and I'm going to talk about the social efforts. Then we're going to do the conclusion. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Well, guys, students find that being a successful student might be difficult. And so, given here are some advices for entering students. Please. Thank you. So, now my friend is going to talk about the individual efforts first.
Okay, for individual efforts, there are three categories.
Mhm.
Okay, first of all is taking notes. Secondly, making a portfolio. Lastly, attending to lectures. Okay, let's start with taking notes. When to enter the university is quite different environment compared to high school. I mean, it's bi-directional. When you go to university, I mean, professors, they usually ask you about the task, and you have to answer about the question. So there must be a communication, and while you are talking, there must be good information that you have to check and you have to note. So that's why taking notes is one of the most important things to do once you go to university. And for the next one is making portfolio. I'm not sure whether it's like common in your country or not. So may I ask? Okay, so in Italy,
Yeah.
is it common in your country to make
Yeah.
portfolio? So what's the purpose?
Showing your abilities and
Your ability.
your past things.
Okay. So how about
Yeah, also
Sorry.
in my country, it's so common, especially in my field of architectural design. You have to do a portfolio to present your own projects and your ability of using softwares and design.
okay? So as the people said, it shows who you are and what when you do and what you did in the past, especially in the life of university. I mean, during your making portfolio, you can remind yourself what you have done and what you have to do in the near future. So it can be a good memory, and it can be a good CV, and it can show how you have improved compared to the past. So it's important. And lastly, I want to tell you about the importance of attending the lectures. So, like these people, don't get bored, and please attend the lectures. I mean, if you're absent, then you not only you can lose your mark, also you can lose some information or some documents that you have to see and you have to hear. So it results in your bad scores in the test and the exam, and you can't share your ideas, and there must be some lack of communication between students. So that's individual efforts. And
Mhm.
now let's talk about the social efforts. And my friends will tell you.
I'm going to, I'm planning to tell you about social efforts, but dividing into two pieces, such as meeting helpful friends and extracurricular activities, like attending the extracurricular activities. Well, guys, as you can see here, they're friends, and actually, generally, I think friends adds color in our lives. So this is quite important for us, especially for the university life. We find it very, very important. And meeting with friends General linking cows, such as you can share your notes together for successful. So we're talking about being successful, as you can say, and you can teach each other. You can go everywhere together, and while sharing not only your personal, let's say, personal needings, but also the things that you need for being successful. And an anonym speech says there are three types of people generally. One of them is watchers, who watch generally, doing nothing, only watching what is being done. The next one is fulfillers, which is you have to find fulfillers actually, because if they are fulfiller, they generally believe that they should do something, some efforts for being successful. So this is very nice if you can find such fulfillers people in your lives in the college. And the last one is unaware people, like they're unaware which is being done. They do not have any idea about that. They just go to classes and do nothing, maybe just sleeping and some activities like this. So actually I think if you would like to be successful in your university life, you should find the fulfiller people. Yeah. And yes, attending the social clubs or curricular activities. What I mean here is that there are actually, I can wrap it up by mentally health, which can be divided into either after attending the social clubs, such as, for example, let's talk about music club. They're just playing guitars and you're just gathering with your friends, and this makes you fresh, isn't it? Just imagine you're just going to a club together, and then you feel really good after this. So when you come home, you feel that you're fresh, so you can maybe try to study better than before, than not going to the club. So it can help you by studying more, so that being successful. And the next one I can tell about mental health might be seminars and conferences, which are quite important in the university life. If you attend such activities like seminars or conferences, as I've said, you can find such useful informations which you can use while your examinations. Like you can have an approach about what is being said in that conference or seminar. So, you can find that, I've heard it from somewhere, so I can use it in my exams or in your speeches. It doesn't matter. So being successful doesn't mean exactly for the exam. It can also mean for the presentation. You can do everything gathering with those informations from seminars, conferences. And actually, for conclusion, I need to say we were talking about combination of individual efforts, which my friends said, taking notes, making a portfolio, and attending to lectures, which is most important, I think. And I was talking about social efforts, which are divided into two parts: meeting helpful friends and attending extracurricular activities. So thank you for listening to all. I hope you enjoyed. And if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer it if we can, of course.